Minasan konban. Actually, it's still kind of daylight for me, so konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. For some of you, maybe konbanwa, because it's evening. For you guys, it's kind of getting dark. I'm actually looking up some dinner things, so I'm going to. We're going to start in about like 4 minutes, so just give us a little bit and we'll go on and get started. All right, everybody, let's go and get started. So, 皆さん、こんにちは。こんにちは。今日はライブカムです。そして、これは私です。This is me. それで、皆さん、こんにちは。This is session 9. I believe it's 9. Hey, hey, Devlin, welcome, guys. This is session 9 of our Japanese lessons. This is also lesson 4 from chapter 2 that we've been working on. So, 3 foxes, welcome in. No, you. Oh no, there it is. I knew that was coming. The Pet the Doggo redeem has come. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna have to work on this. Let me hold on. Ugh, I knew that was gonna happen. Whenever I do the live cam, I do the Pet the Doggo thing. So let me see if I can find cute. I have to find something before I do this, okay? Actually, no. Unfortunately, I can't do it. I can't find the music I normally use for the Pet the Doggo redeem. What happened to the tiger? I'm doing a live cam today. Kind of wanted to do that. So, here. This is from Master Cade. We're going to do this first. Atlas, come here. Atlas. He's sleeping, guys. Come here. Let's see if I can do, like... Here he is. Come here. There he is. And like normally I have like cute music playing when I pet the doggo. Yes, I do. Come here. You gotta come a little closer. Come on. Come on. Yes, I'm capitalizing on my puppy. Ooh, I got you. Yes, I got you. Hey, Rectifiote, here we go. There you go. Who's a good boy? He doesn't like when I blow in his face. I may change the Pet the Doggo redeem to be give doggo a snack kind of thing. But then I have a feeling that you guys may end up making my dogs getting fat or something. He is really warm, guys. He is big doggo. He's a golden doodle, but he's like apparently the hugest golden doodle baby I've seen. Are you happy now? Are you cuddly? Are you so safe? Are you so happy now? All right, you good? Okay, he's gonna lie down now. He's tired. The dogs have had a long day today. They've had like many walks. My roommate has been walking them since I've been working. So welcome everybody. This is session 9 of our Japanese lessons, and as I was getting started, what's the size of this? Here's makes it 200%. No, not fat doggo. He's pretty skinny doggo. He wants more pets now. He wants more pets. Normally when I do the Pet the Doggo, I have like some cutesy music in the background playing, and I couldn't find it for this, so I apologize for that. So today, we've been focusing on, in our lessons, combining what we've learned thus far, and then creating sentences. Like, for example, when we were using this, we had like computer, like computer. So that computer over there is 68,000 yen. So あの computer は68,000 yen です kind of thing. So, and then even on Discord, we did some practice problems, and a few of you were able to do the practice problems, and I was able to correct or fix some of the few things, and that's good. I like being able to like help you guys in real-time practices. Shibas are cute. Yes, Shibas be very cute. They're also they shed a lot though, so you gotta be careful with the Shibas. Like if you plan on getting a Husky, an Akita, or a Shiba, make sure you're prepared. You also buy a brush because you're gonna need it. Otherwise, your house will become the Shiba, kind of. I used to have a husky, and he shed all over the place. Okay, so it's already 5:04. Let's go on and get started with our lesson. We've been today's focus is learning about here, there, over there. We're also going to learn how to use also in Japanese. No, House of Shiba. Yes, I do have a Discord. In fact, let me put that in now. Exclamation point Discord. And clicking that should bring you to the Tiger's Den, which is like, would you like to continue the Discord app? In order to join, you must first accept the rules of the Discord, and you can accept them by reacting here with my Tiger Heart emote. Really fast. What do you mean by fast? So when you click here, it'll show that you agree to the messages. After you have agreed, you have access to the main server. Because this is also a mix of my gaming server, you will need to go to Role Selector. You can find it on the left. Role Selector. And if you'd like access to Japanese lessons here, you'll have to react with Jack Sip here at the bottom, and that will open up these resources here. We're currently only on the Japanese 1 section of our learning. So in here, you'll see the YouTube playlist. Clicking this will link you to my playlist of our previous lessons. For some reason, session 8 did not upload, so I'm going to be working on finding out why on earth is that. I was like, non-dayanen kind of thing. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I do try to label these. Like, here's introduction. We did greetings on our first lesson. Then creating a sentence. Numbers. I don't remember what session 4 is. I may have to relabel that. Putting our lessons together. Numbers larger than 99. We did this, that over there. And then last class we were using which one, and whose. Jesse, thank you for subbing for tier 1. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Welcome. I hope you enjoy those tiger emotes. I feel like I should redraw some of them, to be honest. Like I said, though, I will be putting session 8 and hopefully session 9. I have to remember. In fact, I should probably post it onto my wall. Back at the Discord, we're currently on chapter 2. If you would like to review some of the previous lessons, you can by looking at the notes from the previous lesson 2 in chapter 1. Clicking this will open the document that we're working on today. I'm a little further ahead, but there's also some resources in there, such as the vocabulary we're learning. Yes, I did draw these. I feel like I should redraw some of them. Like, some of them I feel like I should redraw again. Where was I? Oh, yes. I like them even more now. Alright, so let's go in and start with today's date. So, remember in Japanese, we start with the... Oh, I went back several years. Wow. Wow. I can't believe I did that. No. There we go. Alright, so as a... Aw, dang, the Discord got an age requirement. I thought I had removed that. I'll mess with that later, because like, especially with some of the people wanting to learn, I thought I had removed some of that stuff. In which case, like, just don't... Like, the biggest rule, like, we don't discuss age in the server. Hey, some Coyote, welcome in. So let's go on and go over this real quick. How do we say our year in Japanese? In fact, let me highlight the numbers to help you guys. I believe this was red. We have no hundreds again. We've done this a lot. We've done this a few times now, so we should probably be going through this pretty quickly now. I will go over the last number. Jesse, 2021年. That's correct. So we have ni sen for 2000, ni 11 nen for our year. Remember, ni sen is our highlight for our thousands. Niju means 2 tenths, which is 20. Ichi is just like 1. And then our year, Nisen Niju Ichi. Who can do the month? There's only one number for the month. Who can do the month? Who can do the month? It's only one number. Yes, Nigatsu. Just ni. So Nigatsu. If you didn't know the counter for month, that's okay. As long as you got the number, that's really what I'm looking for at this moment. So Nigatsu. And then I'm going to do this one because the 4s, when it comes to counting days in Japanese, like counting, yes. Love counting in Japanese. I love it so much. Are there archives of the lessons? Yes, there technically are, and that they're all in the Discord. Otherwise, in fact, why don't I pressed the wrong button. Why don't I also link the... I'll put this link in the chat. I don't want that open. Go away. Elgato, go away. There we go. I'm also going to link the YouTube channel in the chat so that you can also watch, go to the past lessons as well. So here is the YouTube channel to review lessons from before. Let me do this also for those of you in here. So that you can view. This is the link to the Google document that we're working on also. So if you'd like to bookmark these, that's go on and do so. As for the day, because this ends with a 4, you would think it's like niju for 20, then yon nichi. But it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. It's still going to be niju for 20, but for the 4th day, it's going to be yokka. Niju yokka. And that's a counter thing in Japanese. Remember what I said about counting in Japanese. Yay. And this yoka is technically in the ones place, like this. Okay. So our date, if you were to say this, would be 2021年2月24日. Astronautics, welcome in. I did see a hydrate, Devlin, so I'm gonna do that, okay? Because I've been like really thirsty. There we go. Okay. You see Lipton tea. It is Lipton. It is diet green tea. There's like 0 I lied. There's 5 calories to this. All right. So today's goal, we're gonna start with here, there, over there, and also. And for this, we're gonna talk about We're gonna introduce some new vocabulary. In fact, we're gonna need quite a few vocabulary. The important ones I will list first. I don't want this highlighting again. No. Cool. So, important vocabulary to know. Our first one will be koko, then soko, then asoko, and then doko. Yeah, 5 isn't bad. I wonder where that 5 comes from. Probably from sugar. Or sodium. It has salt. So, koko. And koko is here. Soko is there. Asoko will be there, generally far away. And then doko will become our question word, which is where. You may have noticed by this point that most of our question words start with a D. You could say that question words in Japanese require a big D. Doko, dore, dare, and dono, kind of. So most of those question words will begin with the letter D, kind of thing. Kind of like how in English it usually begins with W, like who, what, when, where, why. Whereas most of them in Japanese will begin with D, the exceptions being like nani and like... I was going to say why, but why also starts with a D. Doshite. Now, some of these words you probably have heard multiple times in anime. Specifically this one, like doko. Like doko, 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 doko. Doko desu ka? Where is it? Important to know for these is that you may need to know some additional vocabulary in order to use these words. If I were to if I wanted to know what those vocabulary words, dochira, like which as well. Tabemono wa doko desu ka? Where is food? You may want to check the vocabulary practice for this unit also. This is in the top of the Google document. Here there are many words that we have gone over. Some of these we've used, but now there are some locations here as well, like ginko, konbini, toire, toshokan, yubin kyoku. And you can even use like irisu, kankoku, chugoku as locations. So I may be using some of these words, extra words today. Let me go back to where I was. Here we go. I kind of wish I could have a picture, if I could borrow a picture for these. Because I feel like this, I may actually combine multiple lessons with today, because this may go relatively quickly. You can use why. There are actually many ways you use like nande or like naze, depending on context too. I feel that those are more casual though. It's more, what's the word? It's more neutral, more safe to be like to use doshite kind of thing. Whereas nande is more like what on earth, like by what means are you doing that kind of thing. Like nande sono koto, like why on earth would you do that kind of thing. Doshite, yes, doshite for why. I'm trying to figure out how to start this. Doshite dano? Doshite dano? It's kind of like saying doshite desu ka? Mochikai. Mochikai. Hizashiburi desu ne. 大学はどうですか？大学はどうですか？みんな、持ち帰りは高校の私の高校の先生の時に持ち帰りは私の生徒だった。She was one of they 持ち帰り was one of my high school students actually. 持ち帰り皆さんはどこですか？ Where is everyone else? 日本語もっと勉強しないとね。Are they all in like Minecraft or something? Here, let me go on and continue on with this. I think I am going to illustrate pictures for this one. So, I feel like, let me get my reflector. I'm all over the place. I'm like, I've got the live camera on, so when I get flustered, everyone can actually see me now, and I'm just like. I guess they're in Minecraft. Oh no. Okay, so last time I drew pictures, I was using my iPad. I hope what is going on? Let me connect. There we go. 8478 8478. Okay. So last time I did pick. Wait. So I'm fine to go into the Discord. Yes, you are fine to go in there. We just don't. I am going to be adjusting the rules since a lot of people want to do the Japanese lessons kind of things. Why did this turn like this? I don't like. Last time I drew pictures, we were focused on like this. So I'm gonna draw some pictures again too. Let me go to new pictures. We'll do another screen size picture. There is not a there is a new Discord. Since I got rid of the other end. Hey, I know those pictures. Hey, no one, welcome in. So there you go, Mochike. So since we're working on here, there, and over there, I'm going to first of all I'll rip my iPad out of this. I don't need the keyboard. And I'm going to illustrate a quick picture. So I like using the pourings, but today I think I'm going to use like a Pikachu. Let's use a Pikachu. So I'm not drawing anything. Oh no. I just realized there were a lot of foxes in this chat all of a sudden. I wonder why that is. No, don't tell me my pencils. Okay, if my pencil is not charged, this will completely ruin my goal for today. Here, let me find out. I'm sorry, guys. It's like F for pencils right here. Let me see. Okay. Okay. No, it needs a charge. Okay, so we're not. Yes, you do count. There were a lot of foxes in here. It's like foxes apparently like Japanese lessons. All right, so I won't be using iPad after all for pictures. So that's kind of lame. So I'm gonna have to do my best with this. So when you're using these words like koko, soko, asoko, it really depends in relation to you. Yeah, probably from Kitsu's channel. So when do you use these words? Koko. This refers to what is near you or where you're at. So if I wanted to say like this, I am here in my room, I could say watashi no heya ni koko ni iru. I am in my room. Koko ni iru. I am in my room. I am here. So I would use koko. Foxes stick together like sticky rice? I think... You know what they say about foxes? So koko refers to what is near you. So you would use it for the location you're in. This is where it kind of gets a little tricky. Unlike Kore and Kitsuneko may have to correct me on this because I tend to have some issues with this. You could be talking to a friend and they could be right next to you, but you're still in the same place. You could still say like koko desu, like this is here. Talk to your friend. If they're like McDonald's wa doko desu ka? Where's the McDonald's? You'd be like koko desu, we're here. What's your problem? Anything. Koko desu. Soko you would use for like over there. And it doesn't necessarily have to be right next to the person you're speaking with, but it can be it's a relatively close place. It could be like across the street, or it can still be next to that person. So soko, like there, next to who you're speaking with, or someplace you are near. And like I said, I normally would like to do pictures with this, but I didn't charge my iPad. Now, asoko is basically anything that's far, far away. Anything far, far away that isn't... Let's say, like, that isn't within... Because even my professor was basically saying that this is kind of relative. Like, I could look out my window and see the building next to me and say, like, soko desu, it's there. But it would still be acceptable to also say, soko desu, like, it's also over there, but it's not near me, kind of thing. So it's... I like to over-exaggerate this to make it at least a little bit easier. So anything that is far, far away that isn't near you. So I could say, like, Star Wars, wa soko desu. Star Wars is in a galaxy far, far away. And like I said, Kitsuneko may probably be able to clarify this a lot better than I can, because I'm just doing a general example of what these are. Any questions, though, so far? We'll do a few examples in a moment. Pizza wa soko desu. I'm hungry. The pizza is over there. Is it like there in your dinner table and you're just too lazy to get it? Yes? Oh my goodness. I could also say like Korean barbecue wa soko desu. The Korean barbecue is over there far away and I can't reach it. So, for example, things that are near you. Let's say here. I'll start with my first example. I don't think we learned pencil this week. Anyway, I'm trying to think of a word I haven't used yet. The newspaper is here. The newspaper is here. I'm going to highlight this with my usual colors, with yellow being the subject and green being the predicate. So that you can kind of see how I build this. The newspaper is here. In which case, the newspaper. Does anyone remember what is newspaper in Japanese? Newspaper wa Nihongo de nan to iimasu ka? Asanonix, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Thank you, guys. Oh, that's 2 subs tonight. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Jesse's correct. Shinbun. Shinbun. Newspaper. So, Shinbun. Shinbun wa. And then, oh my god, what are those? Pride Party. Yes. Thank you, guys. So shinbun wa, you guys are flustering me already. Shinbun wa, and if I wanted to say is here, our verb is still is. We haven't learned any new verbs yet. So shinbun wa koko desu. The newspaper is here. So again, shinbun wa, with shinbun would basically be the newspaper. Remember that ha or wa in this case is our topic particle. It's a particle. It doesn't really have. It just marks that shinbun is what we were talking about. And then koko desu, the predicate. Shinbun wa koko desu. The newspaper is here. You can also use this to refer to people. And I'm going to do an example right now. I could say... Actually, I could say Mochikai is here. And this is... What's with the new human rig? It's very realistic. Hey, Kitsuneko-san. I was hoping maybe you can clarify Asoko Soko a little bit, because it's, from what I've been taught, it can be it's very relative. Like, I could say, like, something across the room, I could still use Soko, but I can also use, like, Asoko to explain it. Kind of thing. Because it's still, like, it's near, but it's also technically far. The tiger got shaved. Yes, I actually did shave, too. I said that in chat the other night. So for this one, Mochikai is here. Now Mochikai is not really here, but she is here in chat with everybody. So we can still use Koko because it's still like relative to us. How would Mochikai wa Koko desu. Jesse, what are we forgetting? Jesse, nani o serimashita ka? What are you forgetting? This should be in hiragana. Oh my goodness, I know you said there's a way to do it. Yes, there you go. Mochikai-san wa koko desu. But you're picking up on it now, which is a good thing. You're starting to pick up on the honorifics. My internet. So Mochikai is here. I'll do one more sentence. もう一つ。Mochikai-san wa koko desu. はい。Mochikai-san wa koko desu. Mochikai is here. Let's try, what's another vocabulary word? Smartphone. We haven't used this one. Smaho. The smartphone is over there. The smartphone is over there. Now be careful with this one. I haven't specified far away like this. So I want you to use a specific one for this example. The smartphone is over there. So try to build this for smartphones. Sumaho. Smaho. And I'm sorry, I just realized I did not do this one in... Here we go. So, in chat, try to build this one. Yes. I'm holding off on that because I haven't taught that verb yet, Kitsuneko-san. I've gotten technically 2 answers. Both of them are correct because, like I said, like distance can be a bit relative. Smaho. What? I'm going to use this example first. So, Asanonix, your answer is correct, so don't change it. But in this case, I'm going to try using Soko. The smartphone is over there. Smaho wa Soko desu. Smaho wa Soko desu. My smartphone is over there. Like, ow! God damn it. I have my iPad like this, and as you can see, my pencil was poking out and like jabbed right into me for a second. So, smaho wa Soko desu. Ow, that actually kind of hurt. So if I had like my smartphone and I had it like in my cat tree over here, I could be like, Smaho wa soko desu. It's over there. Because it's not right next to me. 1 second, guys. I gotta get my dinner order. So I'll be right back. ちょっと待ってください。Hi, smaho wa soko desu. You can use smaho wa soko desu. The smartphone is over there. Alright, Mochikai, thanks for hopping in with what little you can do. I hope your internet gets better. So, ja mata ne. I'll see you later. So, smaho wa soko desu. But I could say, me being in California, if I look at the ocean, I could say China is over there. It is over there, because that's where the ocean is in my perspective. China is over there, and over there being far away. Try to build this one. For those of you that don't know, China in Japanese, Chugoku. Chugoku. And this does not mean you're chewing on Goku from Dragon Ball Z. It's something different. Chugoku. Chugoku. Please don't chew on Goku. I want to draw that for some reason. Most of you have got these. Chugoku-san. So, yeah, it looks like most of you guys are getting this right. So, Chugoku wa asoko desu. And this is me trying to use an example. I could say, like, the parking lot, like, the parking lot, chushajo? Chushajo wa soko desu. It's, like, right over there. I could also use, like, chushajo wa asoko desu. It's also over there far away, kind of thing. So, be careful with these. It tends to be a little relative, but if things are, like, super, super far away, it's more appropriate to use asoko. And I didn't highlight these again, so I apologize. Oh, I was gonna do this in hiragana. Sumaho wa soko desu. Chugoku wa asoko desu. China's over there. Yes, asoko means there, but it also has an extra meaning of being far away from your current position. I could say if I'm in California, so California wa koko desu. California is here. But if I'm talking about like Maryland from California, Maryland wa asoko desu. It's far away from me, so I would use asoko instead of soko in that sense. And this is where it can get kind of, like I said, it can get kind of tricky. Like, I'm in California, but Arizona's right next to California, so I could technically get away with saying like Arizona wa soko desu because it's right next to California, kind of thing. So, like I said, it can be kind of tricky. Natsu wa soko desu. Summer's over there. Natsu wa soko desu. Unless you're talking about someone named Natsu. One second. What are you doing? Inu wa soko desu. Like, my dog is over there. behind this screen that is by me. Yes, the dogs. Like, for some reason, he likes like rolling around in my bed for some reason. Now, making questions. Making questions. Now, when you're talking about locations and you want to make a question, we're going to use doko. We're going to use doko. I don't know why I said it in such an English accent. We're going to use doko. So when asking questions about a place or person's location, use doko. And our basic frame for this, can you use pet the doggo if you have the points for it? Our basic frame for this, I'm gonna make another table. Place, let's go. Here we go. And there's the pet the doggo. I'll do that in a second. Let me finish my train of thought. Here we go. So we're gonna start here with location, topic marker, then our question word, our verb, and then question particle. This is how we would break this up. In fact, the screen's a little too big, so I'm going to make it a little smaller. So this is going to be our subject, because we're talking about like this thing. So I'll make these my yellow color, my topic marker, and then this will be my predicate, what I'm talking about. And this will be in green. Alright, Days Dreaming, thanks for coming in, and I will catch you later. If you do want to review today's lessons, it will be uploaded into YouTube either tonight or tomorrow. So our location word, so I'm going to leave this as blank. Our topic marker is wa. In this case, our question word is doko. Our verb is des. And then our question particle is ka. Oops. So to create a sentence, it's going to be blank wa doko desu ka, kind of thing. So blank wa doko desu ka. If I were to say like Kitsuneko-san wa doko desu ka? Where is Kitsuneko-san? Kitsuneko-san wa doko desu ka? Kind of thing. So here, Kitsuneko-san wa doko desu ka would basically mean, I want to put this in a new page. Would basically mean, where is Mr. Kitsuneko? Kind of thing. Alright, what I want you guys to do, go in and create a sentence of your own using this frame that I provided for you here. Something wa doko desu ka? To create a question. If you need to, it feels like you're getting called out. Well, I use all my teacher resources. Like when the principal walks in and wants to judge me, I use them in my example. So I'm like, if you're going to sit there judging me, you're going to be involved. I'm going to have some control in here, kind of thing. So use a new vocabulary list. If you would like, I'll link this from the... Code Lily, hey! Hizashiburi desu ne? Code Lily-kun. Code Lily-san mo watashi no seito datta. They were also one of my students. So yes, use the vocabulary words and create a question using this frame. Something wa doko desu ka? While this is going on, I'm going to go on and do Asanonix's Pet the Doggo Redeem. So here, I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to snap. Puppy, you're getting pets. Oh my god, can I see you in the camera? They can see you in the camera. They see you in the camera. Oh, I know. Oh, well, you too. You can make this is... You smell like sunshine. You you smell like sunshine? Like you've been in the sun all day because you're a California doggy. Okay. I hope you guys could see that. He is a very cute doggo. どちらどこですか? どちら? トラはどこですか? There you go, トラ. I read it. 私のお母さんの本はどこですか? So I see like many questions being created. I've got 2 examples and I'm going to write them down. Oops. And then we'll try to build these. So some coyote says, トラはどこですか? Now, if you're referring to me, don't forget the honorific. Like, Tora sensei wa doko desu ka? If you're referring to me, Tora sensei wa doko desu ka? Or if just tigers in general, we can ignore that. And then 3, Jesse says, 私のお母さんの本はどこですか? So, 私のお母さんの本はどこですか? And you're using a lot that we've already learned. So I like that sentence. So let's do this one first. みんな、英語で何ですか? What is this in English? トラはどこですか? トラはどこですか? And who can make a guess? Like, what is トラ? トラの意味、トラは英語で何ですか? Where is the tiger? Very good. Where's the tiger? And you could also answer like, トラはそこです. トラはあそこです. Where the tiger's over there. Or トラはここです. The tiger is here. Try to translate number 3. 私のお母さんの本はどこですか? 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 And while you're doing that, I'm actually going to look for one of my old assignments that I made with my students. I think it's in my drive. No, I don't see it. It was a PowerPoint I made for you guys. I hope it's in my I hope it's still in my drive somewhere. Oh, it could be in my folders. I made several cursed things for my class when I taught them. Which one's Oka-san? Kodali, Oka-san no kotoba wasurete shimatta no? You forgot that word? Demo, Kodali-chan wa nihonjin desu kedo. 家でたくさん日本語を使いますか? 別に calling you out. Guys, we have a guest. A new doggo has come in. This is not it. This is from 2018. These are my lesson plans. I want the fun stuff, not the lesson plans. I can't find it. No, I don't like this. Well, damn. I like... But you guys, most of you guys are correct. Period... What were the Japanese one? Period 1 and period 5, I believe. That's a test. Alright, I can't find it. I had a good one. So... Where is my... And Oka-san, where's my mom's book? 私のお母さんが が先生元気ですと言ってます。She said, I'm good. Yes, 元気です。でも I do miss teaching Japanese. そう、お母さん、こんにちは。違う。こんばんは。So for this one, where is my mom's book? はい。私のお母さんの本はどこですか? Where is my mom's book? This sounds like a lot to say in Japanese and compared to the English, which is a lot shorter. Like, where is my mom's book? 私のお母さんが先生元気ですと言って。Any questions on making these words? So, like, when I was teaching this to my kids, or to my students, I actually use these pictures. I would use like this, for example. Hold on, I'm trying to get the picture. I would like use these. So, hold on. I need to find a better picture for this first one. I'm gonna open the image in new tab. There we go. Okay. I can't find the good image. Hold on. I'm sorry. I keep trying so hard and I'm failing with this tonight. Okay, I think I'm ready. Okay, so this is how I would teach my students, like here, there, and there far away. And normally, 私のお母さんが日本語を教えてくれてありがとうと言っていました。I'm 素晴らしい. Thank you so much. I really do miss teaching it. So remember, like koko is like here. Soko like there, and then asoko like there far away. So I would use like images like this with my students. I'd say like this is Sadako. Sadako wa asoko desu. She's over there far away. Sadako-san wa asoko desu. So everyone is safe right now. Everyone is perfectly fine. Everyone is safe. Don't worry, she's over there. Sadako wa asoko desu. But then, oh no, she's getting closer. Sadako-san wa soko desu. She's near. She's not as far as she was before. Sadako-san wa soko desu. And then finally, Sadako-san wa koko desu. We did. For Coco, she's like right here, right in front of us. So we basically dead at this point. Minasan, shinde shimatta ne. It's like, Sadako-san ga kita. Shinde shimatta. Kind of thing. So like, Soko, far away. Soko over there, and then Koko right in front of us. That's like that was my example I used for my students. They didn't like it so much. They didn't think it was too funny. Master K's like, no. Any questions on how to use Koko, Soko, Soko, as well as making a question using Doko? Nice method. Well, that's how I like had them memorize it. Like, oh man, she's here. We did. So, 皆さん、質問がありますか? Anyone have any questions? I'm out of tea. We have a guest, guys. You all saw this doggy. But we have this one here. She has snuck in. This is my Akita. あれは私、あの犬は私の秋田犬。America no Akita can. My American Akita. She's very lazy. Can other particles come before doko? other than wa, we could use ga for emphasis. I could say like Kitsuneko-san wa doko desu ka? Where is Kitsuneko-san? But then if I wanted to focus on someone else, I could do like Okasa-san ga doko desu ka? Like where is mom out of all those people? I think it's more easier for now to just know wa. There is another particle we will learn that goes with doko later on, and I think that's actually in the next chapter. Ocha wa doko desu ka? Ocha ga nai desu. It's gone. I don't have any more. Wait, I have a little tiny sip. Okay. If there are no more questions for these, Beta Pup, welcome in. Woo. I'll do a quick wakarimashita. The one from above. Anata no neko doko desu ka? Anata no neko. Don't forget the topic particle. So like anata no neko wa doko desu ka? Location, or we could actually say location or object to make it easier. Anata no neko wa doko desu ka? That's a very good question. I don't know where she is. You were just missing your topic marker, particle wa. Anata no neko wa doko desu ka? Alright, so real quick, I'll do a small intermission before we go to our next particle, which is also. I will be putting practice problems using doko, as well as koko, soko, asoko in the Discord if you would like to continue practicing with this later. My quick interruption, for those who just coming in, just joining in for the Japanese lessons, if you would like to go continue with us, as well as have access to both the YouTube channel and the Google document, join the Discord. Beta Pup, thank you. The Discord, the first thing you'll have to do is agree to the rules. I'll be relaxing some of the rules, especially the 18 plus rule, because there's a lot more students that are younger that would like to come in here. I would just recommend that we just don't discuss age in this. This will make this a oh my god. It will just make this server more of a safe place than what I had originally intended. So I'll be adjusting the rules later on. Once you've agreed, if you'd like access to the Japanese section, make sure you go to Role Selector and agree here if you would like access to the Japanese section. This will give you the resources here. We're currently working on the Japanese 1 resources. We have Chapter 1, which we have finished already. We have Chapter 2, which we are currently working on. We're actually almost done with Chapter 2. The top link is also the YouTube playlist where all previous lessons are saved in an archive. How do you say also in Japanese? So this will be our next part. How do we say also in Japanese? And I'm going to make this a title. There we go. How do you say aruso? And this is where I do my special table because these are important. And this is, and Jesse has put it down, this is going to be mo. This particle is used to state something also is, how do I say it? Is also is happening or relevant. This particle will replace wa. So this is our new particle. Hajimemashite, Beta Pup. Watashi wa Jakuzu Taiga desu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. So for this one, I'm going to paint this, because this is important. I think I painted these red. So our particles. Now, it's important to know that when we use this particle to state that something is also the case, we need to say what we're talking about first. We're doing this in a very general, basic way, because we're still just beginning with Japanese in this group. So you must first state something that is how do I say that? You must first state something in a sentence after stating something in another sentence. And I'll give you an example of what this means. So I could say, this is a book in English. How would I say this in Japanese? This is a book. This is a book. Try to build this based on what we have learned already. This is a book. I also realized that the music has stopped, so I'm going to try to fix that real quick. That's schoolwork. Oh, I see why the music has stopped. Is this here royalty free? No copyright lo-fi. Okay, I found one. Is this called lo-fi hip hop, Japanese lo-fi? I like saying lo-fi. JC says, kore wa hon desu. That is correct. This is a book. So in Japanese, kore wa hon desu. We are talking about something already. This is a book. Kore wa hon desu. To use mo, now that something has been stated, this is a book, I can say that is also a book. How would I say this one? Now remember, mo is going to replace wa. So we're going to copy a sentence like this, but it's going to be a little bit different because there are a few words that have changed. This is a book. That is also a book. Very close. Koduli-san. Oshi. Very close. That. Jesse's got an answer. Koduli-san, hiragana o yomeru. Are you still able to read hiragana? Sore mo hon desu. Yes, it'll be sore. Because we're using that. This is kore. That, in this case, will be sore. So we're going to be sore. Now remember, because we're saying also, we're going to be using mo. Hon desu. Sore mo hon desu. This. Now this is when we're talking about objects. So also here, I'm going to highlight this because I want to point it out right here. That is also a book. Sore mo hon desu. That is also a book. I'm going to give you a sentence. Try to build this one. I'm going to put it in English first. You could say, I will be combining words from like our vocabulary. So this one's going to be a little bit more difficult. That over there. That over there. Hat is my friend's hat. There. Yokoso, beta pup. What you want, little man? What do you want? That over there is my friend's hat. Try to build this sentence. Use what we've learned. That. I'm specifying over there because it's not close to me or whoever I'm speaking with. That. Over there, that hat over there is my friend's hat. Let me reword this because I kind of changed it. That hat over there is my friend's hat. That and hat are connected now. So which one should we be using? Which version of that should we be using? Jesse, your answer does work too. But because I've connected these two, so I'm making this a little more specific. 友達の帽子です。ぼっち。We're gonna use ano because we are. I've tied these two together by saying that hat. What? What is my object? And I think most of you have written it down. What should go next? What is my object? What am I looking at? Some of you are really close. There you go, Jesse. 帽子は I could say 私の友達 but this you know I will 私の友達の帽子です So that hat over there, remember that over there is implied because we're using ano. Something that's far away. あの帽子は私の友達のです Yes, that is. Remember that I'm not going to explicitly teach that yet because it's a different use of the particle no. あの帽子は私の友達の帽子です But for those of you that do know that, that's fine. It is definitely less wordy that way. So あの帽子は私の友達のです would be a lot easier to say. Hold on a sec, guys. I think my puppies went out of the room. Alright, there you go, be free. They'll be back in 5 minutes, wait. This hat is also my friend's hat. Or, better yet, this hat is my friend's hat also. Now be careful. This works in English. I could say this hat is also my friend's hat, or this hat is my friend's hat also. Both of them work in English. In Japanese, not so much. Try to build this one, because we were talking about our friend's hat. We're still going to be talking about our friend's hat. Try to build this one. I suddenly want fried rice. This hat is my friend's hat also. Remember, we're using particle mo, and this does mean also. But the particle will replace wa instead. We don't put it at the end. Let's see. I see Jesse saying, この帽子も私の友達の帽子です. And that is correct. We could say この帽子 because I still have these two words attached. I've connected this hat. この帽子も because it is also. この帽子も私の友達の帽子です。I called it. Dog has come back. この帽子も私の I don't think the kanji is correct. But I know what you're trying to get to, some coyote. この帽子も私の友達の帽子です. And I'm gonna highlight the mo here because even though in this sentence also I put it at the end. This works in English, but in Japanese you need to replace wa. It cannot go at the end. じゃあ皆さん質問がありますか? Any more questions on how to use も? I think I may do another example. この帽子も私の友達の帽子です。There you go. Yes. It is definitely much more natural to say この帽子も友達のです。私の友達のです。It's same thing for me さんかより。この帽子も私の友達の帽子です。We're actually ahead. Like, I could probably do the next lesson instead because we're good. Yeah, we could because I normally would try to stop around 6:30, but I think we have time. Defense or prevention. I can see it being prevention. Like the second kanji is like stop. Like yameru. Let's try this one. No. Let's say I'm gonna pick a common Japanese. Takashi is Japanese. Try to type this one down. Takashi is Japanese. Jesse, honorifics. Takashi is Japanese. Don't forget your honorific. Takashi is Japanese. Cold Lily, you're honorific. You're missing an honorific. But you're close. You're correct. Missing the honorific. Takashi... What? Oh, I got like so many answers. Looks like most of you guys did. So we're gonna put Takashi. Takashi, and this is where you guys remember the honorific. Takashi-san. You need that honorific. Yes, you forgot the san. Takashi-san wa Nihonjin desu. Takashi-san wa Nihonjin desu. I want to say Akira is also Japanese. Akira is also Japanese. Try this one. Akira is also Japanese. You were expecting that call out? Akira-san mo Nihonjin desu. So Akira-san mo Nihonjin desu. Yes, it looks like most of you guys have got this. I feels like mo is good. I could say like watashi wa Twitch no Nihongo no sensei desu. Kitsuneko-san mo Twitch no Nihongo no sensei desu. He is also a Japanese language teacher on Twitch. Or would it be Twitch de? In that case, it would be like using Twitch. Twitch de Nihongo o oshieru sensei desu. I guess. Akira-san mo Nihonjin desu. Good. We do have some extra time, so I'm going to skip ahead and go to the next lesson. Because it seems like you guys got this one very well. I'm going to insert a table here because this one's important. We're going to call this the Negades. Kind of like how in Sailor Moon it's the Negaverse instead of the universe. We're going to talk about the Negades, which is negative des. Using des in the negative. I actually like that. The Negades. I like that too much. I'm gonna use that for. I really like that. And Cold Lily, you are correct, but there's actually another way too. I am going to teach you guys all of these because, or I'm going to teach you two of these because it's very, both of them are still technically kind of used. Real quick, there are 3 types of verbs in Japanese. You're more than likely going to be taught of 2. Who knows of the 2 types of verbs in Japanese first? The third one I will explain in a moment. What are the 2 major types of verbs in Japanese? And I'm looking forward to teaching you this. Cold Lily knows how I taught these verbs. I'm really looking forward to that stream. You remember, don't you? Okay. It's gonna be that will be a good lesson. Alright, Fox, this is correct. There are 2 types of verbs. There are u and ru. The third type you don't hear much about are irregular verbs. Des is an irregular verb. This means that it doesn't follow general rules when it comes to conjugation. There are very, very, very few irregular verbs in Japanese. Des is just the most obvious one. If you look at des, you would think that it is an u verb, but it's not. It has its own rules. Des by itself is just des. The negative. There are actually 2 ways, and I will teach you both of them. Verb dictionary. How do I do this? I'm gonna try it this way. So far, we've only learned about the verbs in the present tense. Technically, in Japanese, the present tense is also future tense. You can't say, like, I will eat, although you could later on say, like, I plan to eat. But if you said, like, sushi o tabemasu, I will eat sushi, or I eat sushi. Ashita sushi o tabemasu. Like, I don't change the verb. In English, we would say, I will eat sushi tomorrow, kind of thing. We have to add that word will to show that that is our tension. But our first one is des. This is our verb. We've technically already learned the present positive of des. It's just des. Oops. It's just going to be des. The present negative. There are actually 2 ways. I was taught one way when I was in college, but it actually has changed within the past... Oh my god, when was I last in college? It was almost... like 15 years or so. Oh my god. 15 years or so. The first way, Cold Lily says janai. Janai is short, but to make it more formal, it's going to be janai des. This is the negative. So this basically means is, whereas janai des means is not. This is the more... how to say it? This has become the more accepted way of saying this. Janai des. The more, how do I say this? The more conservative or more formal way of doing this would be ja arimasen. This is still is not, but this is a bit more formal. Ja arimasen. This is the way I was taught in college. I was taught to use ja arimasen. But it is more normal nowadays to use janai desu. This has become the more accepted way of saying des in the negative. Jesse, you mentioned dewa arimasen. And I'm going to specify. Is not. This is more formal for speech. Dewa arimasen. Same thing, is not, but this is formal for writing. They all mean the same thing. These two are going to be more polite. When someone is talking and they're being polite, they're going to be using ja arimasen. If you are reading something, it is more formal to use dewa arimasen. Or if you are writing something, it is more appropriate to use dewa arimasen. If you're even writing an email, because you're still writing it, I think it's more appropriate to use dewa arimasen. If you are being, again, formal. Granted, there are still more formal ways to do this. I want you to be aware of all of these. However, for the sake of this class, we will be using this one. We will be using this one because it's more neutral. So for my example for this one, I could say, Foxes is not a college student. How can I start this sentence? Foxes is not a college student. Exposed. Foxes is not a college student. How will I build this then? College student. This is one of our older vocabulary words. So like I said, we're gonna even though the vocabulary is not required, it is strongly recommended that you look through them. Especially because next lesson, I think this Friday, this Saturday, I think I'll be making a Kahoot for us to use and play again. Foxes is not a college student. How do we start this? How would we start this sentence? Remember, we still start with our subject. Who are we talking about in this sentence? Who are we talking about? We are still talking about foxes. So here, why is that? There we go. I was like, why was that? Yes, we are talking about foxes. So in this case, we'll probably just put fox. I would type it in Romanji, since he's got like 2 F's in there. For foxes. For foxes-san wa daigakusei dewa arimasen. So he's being more formal. He's also writing it. So foxes is being more polite. Foxes is a mouthful. Okay. Foxes-san wa I see. Fox-kun wa daigakusei janai desu. So Fox-san wa daigakusei for college student. Fox-san wa daigakusei I normally separate this, actually. Janai desu. Fox-san wa daigakusei janai desu. If you want to be more formal, especially when you're speaking, Fox-san wa daigakusei ja arimasen. And then yes, daigakusei ja janai desu. Yes. And then Foxes wrote it in the written form, where he said, Foxes-san wa daigakusei dewa arimasen. So his was more in the written. Foxes is a mouthful. Ooh woo. But in this case, I still want you guys to make it easier. We're gonna focus on just using Janaides, because this is now the more accepted way of saying des in the negative. Foxes is not a college student. Let's say that is not a post office. That is not a post office. Yeah, I'll use that is not a post office. Try to build this one. That is not a post office. Wow, I just got some really interesting email. Let's delete that. It's one of those words that you think is weird. Soro or sore? Sore wa yubin kyoku janai desu. Just a small spelling error, but yes, Kolili's got it. I like the word, even though like post office is a very boring place, but like I like the word for it in Japanese. It's kind of cool. Yes, yubin kyoku. So, sore wa yubin kyoku janai desu. Sore wa yubin kyoku. Did I spell it right? No, I did not. それは郵便局。郵便局。それは郵便局じゃないです。Can someone explain why did I use sore instead of sono this time? Why did I use sore instead of sono this time? それは郵便局じゃないです。Why did I use sore instead of sono in this sense? Hold on, I have school emails I need to check. Jesse's closest. And to an extent, Fox is you too. It's because it's not it's not in the subject. If I had put that if I said like that building is not a post office, I would use sono because I have something attached here now. But because it's just that by itself, that is the subject. There's nothing else with it, so I can use sore in this case. Because I'm not specifying what that is just yet. So like there's nothing connected to this that. Unlike in my previous examples, like that hat. Hat is connected to this word. This hat is also connected. Let's try another one. This one's a little tricky. I want to see if you guys can build this. No, sorry, hold on. I have to rewrite that because that requires a different verb. I can't do that one because I haven't taught that verb yet. This is not a menu. This is not a menu. This is not a menu. This is another one of the vocabulary words that were in the flashcards. It's an easy one. This is not a menu. I see Jesse. I see Esenonics. My barbecue menu. Beta pup, close. Alright, so I have some answers. So this is kore, because I'm using the word this instead of that. So kore wa, now in Japanese, menu janai desu. Kore wa menu janai desu. Kore wa menu janai desu. Any questions on how to use janai desu? Because now that we've learned present positive and present negative. Next chapter, chapter 3, which we're approaching very quickly, we'll learn how to do present positive and present negative of other verbs than des. It also means that next chapter's vocabulary list is pretty large. Like before, and let me highlight these actually. Like before, I'll put some practice problems on how to do these in the Discord for you guys to play later. For you to try out later. Now, I've been giving you guys the English and asking you to translate into Japanese. Let me try this one for you guys. I'm going to type a few things in Japanese. I want you to try in chat to translate into English. Make sure you number them so I know which one you're answering. I will be using vocabulary words that I may not have used yet, but they are in the vocabulary list. So if you've been studying those words, you should recognize these. No, kanji. Try these. Now I know I put a lot here. I've been giving you guys the English and asking you to write them into Japanese. Try to translate these into English instead. Our first one. Darkstar, welcome in. Our first one. Sumimasen. Kono toke wa ikura desu ka? I haven't necessarily taught you ikura yet. but it is part of the vocabulary list. So I want to see if some of you have been studying it already. So すみません。この時計はいくらですか? Our next one. その時計は3000円です。あ、あれは魚ですか? いえ、あれは魚じゃないです。ダークスター、お誕生日おめでとうございます。何歳ですか? 何歳になりましたか? I said, Happy birthday, Darkstar. How old have you become? So, again, みんな、everyone, 1番, number 1, すみません。この時計はいくらですか? Try to translate that into English in the chat. Jesse, excuse me, how much does this watch cost? いくらですか? How much? Yes. この時計はいくらですか? バラフー、ミャオミャオ。Correct. すみません。この時計はいくらですか? How much is this watch? Number 2. その時計は3000円です。その時計は3000円です。安い時計ですね。その時計は3000円です。その時計は3000円です。Thanks for the lurk, Darkstar. そして皆さん2番. Give it your best. Try to translate it into English. Especially if you have aspirations of watching anime without subtitles. This is actually good for you. その時計は3000円です。その時計は3000円です。実はちょっと悲しくなった。私のバーベキューは It's not being delivered. That works. That is correct. That we're using that because it's sono. Sono toke wa 3000 yen desu. That watch is 3,000 yen. 3番 number 3. あ、あれは魚ですか? あれは魚ですか? Some creative. Are those fish or is that fish? Both of those work, yes. Is that fish? And the guy's like, いいえ、あれは魚じゃないです。いいえ、魚じゃないです。Or if, to be more polite, いいえ、あれは魚じゃありません。あれは魚じゃないです。いいえ、あれは魚じゃないです。4番、number 4、4番。あれは魚じゃないです。Both of you are correct. No, that is not fish. Using are, that fish is like far away. No, that over there is not fish. いえ、あれは魚じゃないです。Very good, guys. If you would like to review, make sure that you use this YouTube video again to review that we actually talked about something extra. We talked about using koko, soko, soko, and doko. We learned how to use mo, which is a particle for also. And as an addition, we also learned how to use des in the negative form. So our focus was in the negative. The negatives. Remember, there are 3 ways to use it in the negative. We're focusing on using janai des for our class. But ja arimasen is there. That's formal, but it's more for speaking. Kalta, welcome. Welcome in. And then we have dewa arimasen, which is also formal, but it's for writing instead. But you're more than likely going to see this in like textbook speech kind of thing. Uh-oh, where'd my iPad? Oh, here. I am looking at the time, and I do like short Japanese streams. I'm approaching like a 2-hour mark, so I am going to start looking to raid out at this point. I think Kitsuneko should be starting his stream soon. Yes, or does he not stream tonight? Twitch.tv. Who can we raid out to? Or who can we plan to raid out to? I don't see him yet. I don't know his schedule yet. They normally stream tonight. Maybe. Oh, just started. She just started. Okay, because otherwise, there's technically one more thing for me to teach you, and it's pretty quick. Yeah, I'm gonna do it really quickly, guys. The last thing from this chapter, and then on Saturday when we do our other lesson, we will then put everything that we learned together. We'll use a Kahoot. We'll play a quick game, and then get ready for what's it called? And get ready for the next chapter. What server? Hold on. You know what? I wonder. Does this work? Oh, it does. Okay, cool. I'm currently on Crystal. I play on the Marlboro data center. I play on the Marlboro server. I am the Crystal data center. I should change that because I've actually been playing Summoner this time around. So yes. Thank you, Jesse. I think I need that. Yeah, I know everyone's on Primal. But data center apparently won't matter soon, so yay! Shh, hush, puppy, no, hush, no, stop, yelling outside. Alright, go. Alright, so the last thing we're gonna learn, are these two particles, which is ne and yo. These are our last two the last grammar point. And these are both particles that we are going to be using also. And these are very, especially ne, is very common. So both of these are particles. And we'll paint this red because these are important. Oh my gosh. Is used at the end of a sentence when trying to find, agreement or confirmation about what you are saying to someone. Like, you want them to agree with you. So when you're saying, like, hey, you agree, right? Whereas, you are, hold on, being firm, or, what's the way? You're like, with you're more confident. So like you're pretty sure that is what it is. It's kind of like an exclamation part, exclamation mark. So if I'm gonna use this sentence here. あれは魚じゃないです. So I could say like あれは魚ですね. あれは魚ですね. Now, notice here that this still kind of looks like a question in English, but the meaning is a little different. This is more like, that is fish, right? So it's still kind of like a question, but whoever you're talking with, you're kind of like trying to get confirmation. You want them to say either yes, it is, or maybe not. kind of thing. あれは魚ですね. Whereas yo is like you're very confident, like yes, this is. So like あれは魚ですよ. That over there is fish, or even or is like definitely a fish kind of thing. And even here we can do this. あれは魚ですよ. あれは魚ですね. あれは魚ですよ. And I know I did like 2 very quick examples, but I hope you guys understand this one, because these 2 are actually pretty simple. And again, I'll be using these as examples later on for practice problems in the Discord. Any questions thus far? 質問がありますか? Alright guys, that's actually going to be it for tonight. We actually finished. I didn't think we would finish the chapter, but we did. Like I threw, because we had time, we added the negative form of des, as well as ne and yo. Now, I didn't feel like I needed to spend too much time on this because this is used a lot in Japanese. So if it's like genki desu ka? Like genki desu, like I am. Sakana desu ne. Sou desu ne. Sou da yo. It is. Like it is, right? Or it is. Kind of thing. Hellfeather, thank
Jackson
you.
Zajac, 47 love.
I forgot about the voice. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. I really appreciate it. Dark Star, thank you for all the hearts. Alright, thank you guys for coming in. That's actually going to end tonight's lesson. Next time on Saturday, I'll let you guys know on Discord if I'm still doing the Saturday lesson. We will be doing a review of all of Chapter 2. Now, please be aware that learning a language is very cumulative. So what you've learned from the beginning will be added on, and then added on, until it gets all combined into one big jumble. So next lesson, I'm going to make a Kahoot so that we can all play a review game. A lot of you enjoyed playing the Kahoot last time. To do well on the Kahoot, and I don't want you guys to feel discouraged if you get things wrong. It's okay. I do recommend, if you go to this document from Discord, this is the Chapter 2 document, study the vocabulary words, especially the vocabulary words, because this will help you the most in using what the sentences we've been creating to speak and listen and understand Japanese a little bit better. You can use the flashcards, and they'll actually speak to you. There. I said it twice. Domo. Thank you. Kind of like that. Kore, sore, are. I can shuffle these here. Soko, toire, sore, negai shimasu, o negai shimasu. In fact, actually, I should go over these on... Yeah, I'm gonna go over some more of these. Computer, doko, noto, konbini, niku, sakana, domo, kaban, kore, smaho, dore, dozo, eigo, t-shirts, sono, toshokan. In fact, if you guys would like to do some extra practice, I may do a Japanese chat session this weekend also, using all of the Chapter 2 stuff before we begin on the Chapter 3 fun stuff. Alright, I believe at this point Kitsuneko has started their stream, so we're going to go from one Japanese lesson to the next. So let's go on and raid out. I believe it's Manabu Monday, but it's not Monday. But でも今日は水曜日ですね。水曜日ですよ。Immortal White Fox, welcome in. They're fixing it? They're silly. Alright, our raid message would be... what should our raid message be? Should we do what does the fox say? I think I spelled it correctly. And we'll do our heart. So this will be our raid message. What does the fox say? Fox. どうもありがとう。 domo arigato, Tore-sensei. You're welcome, some coyote. What? I I love you, but you can't make me. Oh no. All right, thank you guys again. So this will be our raid mess. I didn't even set the raid. Hold on. Slash raid Hitsu. There you go. So again, thank you guys. And on Saturday we will try a Kahoot game with everybody. Fox Sensei. Onegaishimasu. All right. All right. Thank you guys again. I'll catch you all later. Bye bye.
Sigh. That's gonna. Excited to have privacy. Very cool. Maya. California State of Mind. It is. Raven, good evening. Jack the Tiger with the